Greetings. This is Alec. You know me as Leonard. We're going to be reading from Daniel today. But before that, first of all, this is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This is the book I wrote, Chronicles of a Psalmist, published in 2017. It was about Thanksgiving time in the year of 2000 when God spoke the word music to Alec Kosher and showed unto him a vision of peace, in which all gave and received gifts freely, and had open worship where all were welcome, much like that written of the disciples in the book of Acts. About 9 months following the first vision, August of 2001, God spoke to Alec once more. Unlike the first vision received was a second vision of war, and the word spoken was Iran, however you pronounce it, Persia. Omega is a written work concerning these two visions. Chronicles of a Psalmist is a collection of songs, poems, journals, and prayers. And Omega is how the book starts out in the beginning, and in the ending it ends. Anyway, I am in the process of writing another book, and it will be simply titled Omega. So here it is, 20 years later. Daniel chapter 8. In the latter part of their reign, when rebels have become completely wicked, a stern-faced king, a master of intrigue, will arise. He will become very strong, but not by his own power. He will cause astounding devastation and will succeed in whatever he does. He will destroy the mighty men and the holy people. He will cause deceit to prosper, and he will consider himself superior. When they feel secure, he will destroy many and take his stand against the prince of princes. Yet he will be destroyed, but not by human power. I, Daniel, was exhausted and lay ill for several days. Then I got up and went about the king's business. I was appalled by the vision. It was beyond understanding. Chapter 9, verse 24. 77s are decreed for your people in your holy city to finish transgression, to put an end to sin, to atone for wickedness, to bring in everlasting righteousness, to seal up vision and prophecy, and to anoint the most holy. From the issuing of the decree to restore and rebuild Jerusalem until the Anointed One, the ruler, comes, there will be 7 sevens and 72 sevens. It will be rebuilt with streets and a trench, but in times of trouble, after the 62 sevens, the Anointed One will be cut off and will have nothing. The people of the ruler who will come will destroy the city and the sanctuary. The end will come like a flood. War will continue until the end, and desolation have been decreed. He will confirm a covenant with many for 1 7. In the middle of the 7, he will put an end to sacrifice and offering, and on a wing of the temple he will set up an abomination that causes desolation until the end, that is decreed is poured out on him. third year of Cyrus, king of Persia, revelation was given to Daniel, and it concerned a great war. The understanding of the message came to him in a vision. At that time I mourned for 3 weeks. I ate no choice food, no meat or wine touched my lips, and I used no lotions at all until the 3 weeks were over. In chapter 10, verse 12, do not be afraid, since the first day that you set your mind to gain understanding and to humble yourself before your God, your words were heard, and I have come in response to them. And then, but the prince of the Persian kingdom resisted me 21 days. Then Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, because I was detained there with the king of Persia. Now I have come to explain to you what will happen to your people in the future, for the vision concerns the time yet to come. While he was saying this to me, I bowed with my face toward the ground and was speechless. Then one who looked like a man touched my lips, and I opened my mouth and began to speak. I said to the one standing before me, I am overcome with anguish because of the vision, my Lord, and I am helpless. How can I, your servant, talk with you, my Lord? My strength is gone, and I can hardly breathe. Again, the one who looked like a man touched me and gave me strength. Do not be afraid, O man highly esteemed, he said. Peace, be strong now, be strong. When he spoke to me, I was strengthened, and said, Speak, my Lord, since you have given me strength. So he said, Do you know why I have come to you? Soon I will return to fight against the prince of Persia. And when I go, the prince of Greece will come. But first, I will tell you what is written in the book of truth. No one supports me against them except Michael, your prince. And in the first year of Darius the Mede, I took my stand to support and protect him. Skip to chapter 11 and the last verse. Reports from the east and the north will alarm him, and he will set out in a great rage to destroy and annihilate many. He will pitch his royal tents between the seas of the beautiful holy mountain. Yet he will come to his end, and no one will help him. And then Daniel chapter 12. This time Michael, the great prince who protects your people, will arise. There will be a time of distress such as not happened from the beginning of nations until then. But at that time your people, everyone whose name is found written in the book, will be delivered. Multitudes who sleep in the dust of the earth will awake, some to everlasting life, others to shame and everlasting contempt. Those who are wise will shine like the brightness of the heavens, and those who lead many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever. And then it will be for a time, times and a half a time, when the power of the holy people has been finally broken, and these things will be completed. I heard, but I did not understand, so I asked, My Lord, what will the outcome of all this be? He replied, Go your way, Daniel, because the words are closed up and sealed until the time of the end. Many will be purified, made spotless and refined, but the wicked will continue to be wicked. None of the wicked will understand, but those who are wise will understand. From the time that the daily sacrifice is abolished and the abomination that causes desolation is set up, there will be 1,290 days. Blessed is the one who waits for and reaches the end of the 1,335 days. As for you, go your way till the end. You will rest and then at the end of the days you will rise to receive your allotted inheritance. In the words of Daniel the prophet, much like Revelation and John. Wow, it speaks of 10 kingdoms, 10 kings that will receive power for an hour. Not sure how long an hour is. If a day is 1,000 years, then I'm not sure how long an hour is. 1,000 hours? Yeah, however many days that would be. 24 into 1,000. So what? About one, I don't know. So long, like 250, 300 days maybe. Close to a year. Anyway, enough about that. Yeah, so like I said, it's over 20 years since the first of the two visions. In November will be 21 years. Believe that war is coming. Persia or Iran. They're this close to their goal of achieving a nuclear weapon. And God forbid that we should get on the wrong side of this war. But Russia's rising up. Well, they've been. China's rising up in power. Iran, the three militaries have already been out practicing war exercises together. China, Russia, and Iran. And probably not a lot of people know, but back in, say, 2000 something, 14-ish, when the Syrian war was going on, we were out doing military exercises with Russia at that time. Yeah, probably didn't know that. We're out with our navies doing military exercises with our great ally Russia, right? I mean, did you know that? Anyway, whatever. So, these join forces against Israel, and like I said, God forbid we should get on the wrong side of the war, but the Bible talks about these 4 kingdoms and stuff. I guess we'll wait and see what happens, because we know everyone will be destroyed, whoever comes against Israel. Those are God's chosen people. But I'm happy that they are leaving the capital in Jerusalem. I did hear that. Netanyahu's up for re-election March 23rd, pretty sure. And I'm willing to bet that he will lose the election. I forget who the person is he's running against, but he's a military commander, so I guess that's what Israel needs right now, is they're going to need that commander, because the war is so close. But till next time, peace, joy, and love be with you. I know these are trying times. Just draw near to God, and He will draw near to you. Keep your faith. Keep the hope. Keep the hope. Keep persevering and enduring. Trials and tribulations abound, but great is your reward in the end. And until next time, peace be with you. Bye for now.